everybody. Pastor Warren here. Welcome to another edition of Mondays Are for the Dogs. We're up in Wisconsin, near Eagle, Wisconsin, just past Lake Geneva and Elkhorn. And we're at what used to be called the Minnehaha Natural Water Springs, but I guess in the recent history, maybe like the 1920s, which isn't so recent, it is now called the Paradise Natural Springs. So I think we're in where the springs come out. It's a very clear water coming from underground, and I think this was like a bathhouse or a pool house where people could come in and enjoy. You could kind of see the little ledge around the end, and perhaps people would jump in here and just enjoy the natural springs that you can see are naturally flowing over into the pond. And but it looks very calm in the pool, so obviously there's something coming up from underground. And it, thankfully it's not too hot today, but I know the dogs would love to jump in here and probably get a drink of water. And so this pool reminds me of Jesus meeting the Samaritan woman at Jacob's well. And he said, woman, can you give me a drink? And she said, well, you don't know whose well this is. Goes back to Father Jacob, and this is like special water. And he goes, well, the water that you give me, I'll be thirsty again, but the water that I give you, you will never be thirsty again. And as a matter of fact, the water that I give you will become like a spring of water welling up and overflowing inside of you for eternal life. So you will never thirst again. And so she says, sir, where can I get such water? And well, that's where we go to Jesus, to never be thirsty again for anything in our lives. He is all sufficiency for us, and he nurtures us and nourishes us and gives us everything we need, not only in this body and life, but in eternal life. So with him, when we have him inside of us, our joy is welling up like a spring of water. It's just overflowing like it is here. It's not like gushing out right there, but I think it probably depends on the season. But for us, the joy of the Lord can be springing up like a water inside of us, overflowing and abundantly to share the good news of Jesus for all people and to have that joy for eternal life inside of us. And so, well, I hope you have a blessed day in the Lord, and we'll see you farther down the trail. I guess we're going this way. Bye-bye. Oh boy, here we go.